So, I was coming in for editing for the newest video that I'd spent an hour recording, only to find that my microphone was not working in the slightest. So, I'm just going to do a basic voiceover and do the important parts to get you guys caught up. And I'm going to do another recording, supposed to be the second part of the video. When I first spawned in, I hadn't clicked on the actual prompted world given, and frankly, I didn't like it. So after looking around at stuff for a second, I was very quick to change my mind and just ended up closing out of it. After I have loaded up the actual granted world for the game itself, I had taken a brief look around, and I very much liked what I was seeing. I gave myself some lanterns and a backpack because I can't go anywhere without lanterns and a backpack. Because if there's one thing I hate more than anything else, it's a clogged inventory and no light source. I hadn't seen the book at first in the bottom of my inventory, and I had quickly went in to examine the shack that was in the spawn point. I realized my auto jump was on, so I turned that off. And after collecting all of the resources that were in the chests, I finally noticed the book and I did a brief read through. And at this point, I didn't know what I wanted to do anymore, if I wanted to try and actually follow along with the storyline, or if I wanted to just mess around and do my own thing. And I had made the comment that because I didn't know what I wanted to do, because there were so many possibilities, I already knew that this was going to be a great mod. In the car that was nearby, I found some starter tools, iron, axes, and some food, which would prove very useful later on. I mined out some of the wood that was in the log pile beside said car, and just took a couple more glimpses through the book. After collecting some of the iron that was in the stone piles, also out in the spawn area, I had eventually decided I was going to go back into the shack, and I mined everything out, collecting what I wanted to have for my actual house later on. By then, half of the day had already progressed, but I was unaware of this at the moment. Eventually making up my mind with what I wanted to do, which was to just run around and be wild, I decided that I was going to be silly little forest gremlin. Ran down the path, got a couple bits of wood, and eventually, while I was running, I ran into a clearing that was honestly a lovely shape, and it was the perfect spot that I wanted to have my house, and there was a large tree down in the very back that I decided I was going to live in. And by the time I found this place, it was already getting dark, so I didn't have much of a choice, and I went and blocked myself in. I had also heard some spooky sounds, meaning that the mod itself was becoming active. So I had been very cautious from this point out. Carefully, I dug out the interior of the tree, trying to keep the original shape as close as possible, and a lot of the noises, due to the ambience and sound effects, I was not enjoying, so I messed around with my settings for a minute, trying to figure that out, but to no avail. So I decided I would just try and ignore it while playing the video. Playing the game. After about maybe 10 minutes, I had gotten a majority of the house dug out, and just with various sounds. I also made comments on how the sound files for each of the mod's actions, how they all had unique names in the files, and how they would play when they showed up on the subtitles, which I found interesting. And I would occasionally make the comments about like, "Hey, stop lurking. I'm trying to build here. Your comments aren't necessary," and stuff like that. Eventually, I had expanded outward of the tree a little bit, and by then the sun had started to come up. So I had done a little bit of placing to try and keep the tree's natural look the tree as close to its natural look as possible, while also making sure there was enough space inside for the house that I wanted to build. And it was a lot of trial and error, because there was a lot of block placing, a lot of removing and replacing, and I was going in and out of the house like the scaredy cat that I am, because I did not know the mob's behaviors. And I had also talked about this while I was digging out the house. With the Dread mod pack, I feel comfortable going out and doing stuff and going crazy because I'm familiar with the actions, I know what to expect. But with this was a brand new mod pack, so I didn't know what I was doing. And I don't know the behaviors either. So I was definitely a little on edge, which is an understatement. I can admit that I definitely got spooked a couple of times when it played the sounds right by my ear. And that's another thing that I was enjoying about this, is that the sounds that were played by the mod pack, you couldn't tell where they were coming from. You wouldn't know if they were actually close or far away, because for all you knew, it could be anywhere. So I couldn't tell if it was right above me or like where it was coming from, and that I think added to the scare factor, which is something I enjoyed a lot. Eventually, I decided on a overall design, so I started placing down the outline for the wood for the insides of the walls, and I had decided that I would just focus on the insides, and I would place the walls of the wood on the outside to keep the tree's natural shape once I was done establishing the inside space that I wanted, and I could build around it to make sure it still looked natural. I wanted to place the stockade fences somewhere that I had grabbed from the shack from earlier, and eventually figured out a spot that I liked on the upper parts of the walls. So I was trying to place those out without dying. Eventually, I dug myself down to get some cobblestone for the floor, and after I was done digging out the stack that I needed, I filled the hole back up again because I didn't want to risk anything spawning down below my house. And I got my floor done. Once it was daylight again, I started working on the outsides like I said I was going to do, so wherever there was exposed wood, I would place down the logs to make sure the tree didn't feel too broken into and make it look natural. As natural as I can get in a situation like this. It definitely took some trial and error. I changed the design at least 4 times, but eventually settled on a shape that I was enjoying. Made a furnace with the remaining cobblestone I had after finishing the floor, and melted myself down some iron and extra stone so that I could make a blast furnace for future use, as well as a stone cutter so that the stonework that I had would be easier to maintain. Put some lanterns down, and honestly, I was really happy with how the house was going. I hadn't seen the creature up close yet, but honestly, I wasn't really worried about that. I was just trying to figure out how I wanted the house design to go. Placed down cabinets, decided I didn't like it, then I decided I still wanted the cabinet, so I was placing things and removing things and placing things and removing things, yada yada yada. Just trying to experiment with what the insides of the house looked like. Eventually I decided I wanted to do a little bit of a layering spot, so I made some more stairs and slabs because I decided I was going to use the window panes there so that I could have a space to look outside. And I was just about finished placing that and admiring the looks when the creature attacked. No warning, nothing whatsoever. One hit, I was down to 3 hearts, and he was just doing a weird jig, just dancing around in my house after he had destroyed all of my hard work. And I was mad. I was mad. I tried hitting him with my bare hands because I was convinced I was going to die and I wanted to get some damage to him done first, but I didn't. He didn't kill me. He just stood there and sunk back down into the floor like a weirdo. So I immediately started trying to build up the walls again because honestly, I was still running off of the adrenaline from the scare that I had after he had attacked, and I was like, to say I was mad was an understatement. He destroyed my doors, he destroyed a majority of where all of my stuff was. I wasn't happy, and I then decided I was going to make sure that mob griefing was turned off, so I stuck that in the commands because I did not want that happening again. And roughly there is where I ended the video after I finished plugging in all the holes that were caused by the creature and just basking in my sorrow. I need a drink. Okie dokie. Let's try this again. I broke my app. So mad. This guy couldn't just leave me be. Had to be a problem. Game mechanic wise, it was awesome. Like the shaky effect on the screen, it slowed me down. So I tried sprinting at it, but I was really slow. Like all of it was honestly really good. But I'm still mad about my house. I'm gonna be mad about my house because I don't know what I want to do anymore. All right. Okay, come on. That there. This. All right. This works. This works. But that over here. It's really quiet for some reason. Is it just me? Oh. Oh, hi, Jem. One of the keys is here. Please don't climb my shoulder. Here you go, baby. She's decided she's decided she wants to lay on me. Whoa, holy lag spike. Let's see. I don't know what I want to do anymore. I mean, we've kind of got a house, emphasis on kind of, but, like, you really want all sorts of affection today, don't you? Hi, baby. Oh, hi. Yeah? What's up? You're never this affectionate. I think it's a sign the world's gonna end. Regardless, though, I'm gonna put the clip of that up on. But for now, I did this backwards. Well, not backwards per se, but this is supposed to go like this. There we go. Alright, let's see. There's not much else I can do, but like... Hey, Jen. Yeah. What'd you think of the house? Gonna be so much fur to clean off of my keyboard later, yeah. What did you do wrong, huh? Okay, regardless. Let's do this here for this part. Just so that it's... This isn't even, so we will... That. And this. What's that? What's this do? Oh. Interesting. Kind of like little shelves, but not. Could I... Ooh. Yeah. So maybe instead of the stairs, I could do slabs. Like this. It's not the worst. I don't like it. Whatever. All I can breathe right now is fur. Yeah, Jemmy. How do you think I should take care of this evil monster, Jemmy? There's going to be a lot of really long pauses that I'm probably going to cut out of the video because, again, she's never this affectionate. Hi, Cannoli. Yeah? I wonder if you guys can hear that. Oh well. Let's just put all this dirt in here. Nope. Come back. Okay. And then all the wood stuff in here. Hi, Cannoli. Everybody's up here saying hi this morning, huh? I have to get another video. Hey, buddy. Here's Jemmy again. Here's Cannoli. Yeah, hi. Lots of videos I'm gonna have to send to my computer for this, but oh well. Let's see. Hi. Oh yeah, that's right, we got chairs. Chairs. Just gonna put that there for no reason at all. Let's see. Can this be mined out? Yeah. This one? No. Alright. I know what I will do. Probably didn't need that many, but like... Sure, something like that. Why not? Alright. Well, I want to have something vaguely resembling a window so that I can feel safe. But I don't really got nothing. want to be able to look out here, but... Right. Oh. Let's see, I will do one more flight of stairs. Watch, I'm just trying to figure out a window, and this guy's probably gonna come out and get me. Come on, dude. The lighting changed. I don't trust it. Oh well. Yep, I can just do this, I guess. For the window. Alright, what now? Got a little hut, which I honestly don't like in the slightest. I mean, yeah, I put effort into it, there's that. It's gonna drive you mad so fast. Okay, you're going back in here. I don't know what I want to do for sure, though. I'm thinking maybe I will get some... Where did it go? I'm not crazy. Do things just... It's just gone. Do things just have a chance of not dropping? That was my only cabinet left. Now it's gonna be uneven. Hi, Jem. She's up making biscuits on my shoulder. Such a weirdo. That looks uneven. Where'd my cabinet go? It's unfair. It's good. Excuse me. I'm sorry, Jem. She doesn't like it when I sneeze. Loud noises scare her. I'm sorry, baby. Yeah. Careful. Hey. What's up? Naturally, she's gonna what's the word? I don't even know words anymore, oh my gosh. Oi. Tell me about it, Jem. Got nothing in there. I think I just have to accept the fact that I can't put anything up there. I know. Yeah. Say it for the crowd. Oop. You gotta stop spooking yourself. Okay, I'm just... No. I want... What do I want? I'm going to... What do I do with my lanterns? Where are my lanterns? I need a break. Okay. Decent enough, guess. Let's see. Let's see if I die while I'm out here. That stuff better also break on its own and not just stay like that forever. That'll be really annoying. These kind of almost look like ruins over here. They're not, but we'll take the iron. I can use these for paths. That was just ambience, right? Right. Okay, I can still access the backpack if it's just sitting in my inventory. That's nice. I need to have that in my... Well, I can just have this in my offhand, honestly, because... Okay. Creature. Nice. I can make a new pickaxe. So... that. Gotta pause really quickly. What's my pause? I have returned. I just had to assist my mom with unloading some of the dishes. Jeez. What is it? Groceries. Gosh. Oh, I meant for the little play bits, but oh well. Can I cook that in here? No? Alright, fine. What? It's a flower. I need to remember to I can't just sit quietly all the time. Yeah? This has already been recording for quite a while, so I suppose this is good enough. Yeah. Got a little bit of a house. I got some armor. Dude's still yapping, making noises out in the woods. As I was saying. Can we get him to show up before I end the video? That'd be cool. Is he back here, maybe? Where are you? No? Aw. Oh well. Oh yeah, I had a lantern here. There we go. Yippee!